Alright, welcome to this video where I will be explaining how to set up makeup, Dragonborn makeup, or tattoos to work alongside the Character Creation Overhaul mod. Now, an important thing to note is that this mod uses the same file path as my More Makeup Tattoos and Scars mod, which means if you have any custom makeup tattoos or Dragonborn makeup in those file folders, you are going to overwrite them when you follow this tutorial. If that's something you want, great. If you want to keep those, that's great because they work with this mod. If you have never seen or touched my More Makeup Tattoos and Scars mod, then this doesn't apply to you, and it's fine to ignore that part. Now, for starters, we're going to download GIMP. Now, I already have this downloaded, so I'm not going to download it again, but basically you go to gimp.org, which I will link in the description, and you just click this big download button. Downloading GIMP is very self-explanatory. It will walk you through it. You can do this. Next up, on the Character Creation Overhaul mod page, which hasn't been made yet as of the time I'm making this video because, you know, preparation is everything. You will see in the optional files, hopefully, adding makeup tattoos of choice. When you open that, it will lead you to this folder, which is named the same thing. And then we're going to right click and copy. You can put this anywhere. I'm going to put it in my tutorials folder because, you know, this is a tutorial. And I'm going to paste it here by right click and then paste. So it's going to copy those. Give it a second. Now when we open this, we see 3 files and a folder. We see more DGB makeup, DGB stands for Dragonborn, more makeup, and more tattoos. Dragonborns use a different makeup atlas than all the other races, which is why there's 2 separate files for makeup. Now, there's also a folder here called generated. We're going to ignore that for a second. I'll get to that in a bit. For the purpose of this tutorial, I will be replacing some of the tattoos. So what I'm doing is I'm going to grab a tattoo of choice. I'm going to do Mari's tattoos, files, and the replacer is fine. You can also grab unique tab. It doesn't matter. We're going to change it anyway. All right, we're going to, hang on, JK. We're going to open this. Now we can close this. And it says, please purchase WinRAR. And I will say, no. And then we're going to go click through these folders. So just keep clicking, just keep clicking. And we're going to keep clicking until we reach this, the DDS file. Now, for the unique tab versions of makeup and tattoos, it might be named different. I don't even actually know, I'll be honest. The important part is you need the .dds file. Right click, copy files to clipboard, and then you can just put this in the same folder as the others. Now, these are also tattoos, as you can see. They look similar. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click more tattoos. We're going to click open with, and then GIMP. I have 2 versions of GIMP apparently, but this is the correct one, so yeah. Now, come back, pop-up window. When you open a DDS file, GIMP will ask you if you want to load MIP maps. This is normally checked. Uncheck this. If it's unchecked, that's great. Just make sure it's not checked, this box. Then click open, and it's going to open the file. Now, before we do anything, we're going to also open the other file. So we're going to open the tattoos we want to use to replace some of the ones already in there. So again, right click, open with GIMP, and it's going to go to the bottom here. And again, there's a pop-up window. Load MIP maps is unchecked. That's great. Open. Now, with this tattoo mod, and with some others as well, there is a little extra step. Some of the tattoo and makeup mods don't have this extra step. This one does. This file is sized 8192 by 8192. Now, if we look at the file we want to copy it to, it is sized 4096 by 8192. That means this, as you can see, is too big to fit. If you were to copy this, it would not fit correctly. So what we're going to do before anything, and again, this is only necessary if the file you're going to replace things with, so your new one, is 8192 by 8192 or even bigger, but I don't think it's usually only this one or 4096. So yeah, if it's 4096, leave it. But anyway, if it's 8192, we're going to go to image at the top here, scale image. Width, we're going to type 4096. There we go, 4096. And then just click this. It will automatically change. As long as this little box is checked, it will make sure these are, I don't know if they're similar, but like the aspect ratio remains correct. So 4096 for width, 4096 for height, scale. It's going to take a second. All right. Then we are just going to hit select at the top here, click all. And now we're going to hit Control C, copied layer to clipboard. We're going to move over to our file that comes with the mod that we want to override. Now, at the top, and I'm zooming in by using Control and scrolling up with my middle mouse button. Now I'm holding my middle mouse button to pan. As you can see, or not, but I'll tell you right now, the top 4 are the vanilla tattoos. The bottom 4, and I'm moving down by scrolling with my middle mouse button. The bottom 4 are the custom ones included by Character Creation Overhaul by default. You can choose whichever you want to override. If you want to keep vanilla, then make sure this part remains untouched. If you want to keep the modded ones because you like them, which you should because they're cool, you can keep this part. Now, for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm going to assume you want to keep the vanilla ones and override the custom ones I added. Aww. Now, we're going to, when we're in this one, so in this document, we're going to hit Control and V. This will make a separate layer here of the other tattoos. Now, here we're going to hit the Move tool, and then I'm going to zoom out a little bit by hitting Control, and while holding Control, scrolling down with my middle mouse button. And while we're on the Move tool, we're going to move this down. Now, it looks like it fits, but we're just going to make sure that it is aligned properly, otherwise your tattoos will be misaligned in-game. The way we're going to do this is we're going to hit Control and scroll up with the middle mouse button. And as you can see, I'm specifically using corners for this because that's the easiest way to check. The yellow line should be exactly on the outside. So while the Move tool should still be selected, we're going to move it just a little bit. And then if you want to do precision work, you can use the arrow keys. So I'm going to use the arrow keys to move it correctly into place. Now, as you can see, it's still not quite here at the bottom. Now, here, this is too far to the right. This is aligned. I'm so serious. Please be as precise as you can. Now, the dotted line is exactly on the corners. I'm going to zoom all the way out again. Hold Control, pan a little bit. Now, as you can see, the new ones are fitted over the ones we wanted to replace. Now what we want to do is we just want to click. I don't even know if you have to merge these. This is a new version of GIMP, on God. Okay, we are gonna merge all the layers with the visible layer. We're gonna merge layers. There we go. I know things. I love it when my tools update. Anyway, and now they are one layer called moretattoos.dds. Hooray! You've added the new tattoos. Now, in order to get these working and showing up in-game, we're going to hit File, Export As, and then it's going to open, it's probably going to open the location where you opened it from, which is great because that's where we're going to go. And as you can see, by default, it is still labeled the name that it originally had. If this changed because you fiddled around or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it is called more_tattoos.dds. You can see the example in here as well, so you can click that and it will automatically change it. For this one and the more makeup, DDS is in capitals. For my Dragonborn makeup file, it is in lowercase because I am very smart and consistent. So anyway, we're going to name this moretattoos.dds. We're going to hit export. It says a file already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes, we do. Compression. We're going to compress this with BC1DXT1. Save type. I always do all visible layers even though there's only one layer because I'm paranoid. And generate bitmaps. This you can all leave as default. And we're going to hit export. It is exported. Hooray. Now, as you can see, this is our new one. Now, should you want to keep this template unchanged, you can also just put them directly in the generated folder, but I forgot to do that, so, you know. Long story short is we're going to take the new one, so more tattoos, we're going to copy, we're going to go to generated, public, makeup tattoos, scars, and there we're going to paste it. I'm going to hit view extra large for a second. This folder now contains the new makeup or tattoo atlas, my bad. The new tattoo atlas. Now we're going to go back to the folder that has everything. And keep in mind, I save over this. If you want to save it separately, you can do that. Just name it something else for a change, but make sure that when you put it in here, it is called moretattoos.dds, please. Now, we're going to take the generated folder, which has our new tattoos. We're going to hit right click and copy. So we want to copy the entire generated folder. And we're going to put this in our Baldur's Gate 3 data folder. The easiest way to get here is to go to Steam. I assume you have it on Steam. Right click, manage, browse local files. You will see this. And there is a folder called data. There, you're going to right click and hit paste. It says this, for me, it says the destination already has a file named this. For me, that's fine. Just hit replace the file in that destination. Now, I have my custom ones in here, so I'm not going to actually click this right now. But you can just click this if you already have it in there. And that's it. That's all you really need to do. So, like I said, with makeup, if I go to makeup, it's the same steps. You can pick whichever you want to override. Just make sure it fits properly and make sure the names are correct. And yeah, good luck.